Peace, my beautiful souls. Okay, so I just got done watching Elemental, right? I'm also on a trip, and within this trip, there has been so many freaking messages. I got to talk to myself, like two other me's in like other dimensions. Let me just say, there's been a lot of back and forth about like when you're looking into the mirror, who it is, right? Like some people keep saying it's like negative, evil entities and stuff like that, reflecting back at you. But it's, once again, it boils down to the fact that everything is you. We are literally everything, like reflections of each other. And when we're looking in the mirror and then looking into our eyes and you see the little you, is literally us in a different reality, in a different dimension. So we were talking and I'm like, how is your life? Like when we're not in the mirror? Because lately I've just been getting called to do more mirror work, like with the me I'm seeing. But anyway, I be looking and I'm like, there's something off. Like it's not 111. It's not just me. Like I know it's not just me, because everything also is happening all at the same time. Like every reality, past, present, future, but also all the other different dimensions within this dimension, outside this dimension, whatever you want to call it. Everything is literally happening at the same time. So at certain moments it comes together, it merges, like mirror moments. When we're in the mirror with our other selves, well, there's infinite other selves of us, but okay, we got two. Look in the mirror, look in your eyes, there's one, there's two. Okay, so anyway, we were talking and I'm like, what is your life like though, like outside of the mirror? Like when we're not here and then really in tune. Like, so I'm asking, like, are y'all also on a trip right now? That's how it merges. Like when we do the, I guess, I don't know if I would call a shroom with psychedelic. It's not a plant medicine. Okay, whatever. Yes, it's psychedelic. It alters, it raises your awareness, I should say. It brings us one with like everything. The shrooms brings us one with nature, with everything. And the psychedelics as well too brings us into our oneness. This is why they ban this shit, bro, because it literally brings us into our oneness. So we're in alignment with our other selves on other dimensions, our highest self. Anyway, there's so many like things that I'm trying to say right now, but it's, oh my gosh, it's all still just happening at the same time. The point is, one of the biggest things we were getting is that we're being watched, right? But who's watching? You. Because we are God, we are the creator, we literally create everything. So we created this freaking game, stimulation, earth, world, whatever you want to call it, to literally just experience. But I was asking, like, I could see myself being seen, and it made me think of that movie, like, I think it was called Get Out Now, or When They See Us, but I never watched the movie, but I know what's happening in the movie because I created the movie. Oh my gosh. And not only that I created it, that's not what I was trying to say, but technically still, yes, I'm living the movie. I'm literally looking at the mirror, looking at my other reflections, watching myself being watched, right? Like as if from a fucking camera, like there's a camera behind me. As if there were a camera behind me. There was no camera behind me, and I'm watching it all through my eyes, because I am everything. Everything is me, just as everything is you, and you are everything. You are the creator, you are God. Anyway, we created this place to experience. So I was asking the person, or the being, me, myself, why am I just watching? And that's a question for like everybody. Why are you just watching? Like we sometimes sit on the sidelines and just watch people, watch things, and don't actually take action or be a part of it, or like do stuff. We're not sitting there experience, we're just in the background watching. Oh my gosh, this is such a surreal ass moment, because it's, once again, everything is happening all at the same time. Okay, this is surreal because I'm experiencing it as my human self, but I'm also, it's like an integration with my, like a full ass integration with my highest self, like in my literal God self, because I'm just like, I created this to experience. And I'm experiencing the experience within the experience. If you get what I'm saying. It's so cool though. Like, this is a cool ass moment. I don't know if I'm gonna post this, honestly, because right now I'm starting to feel like maybe it's just, no, it's not. People need to see this, because literally I just lost my train of thought because I was just being in the moment. That's the theme too, to just be like, do whatever the freak you want to do whatever you want to feel. That's a big part of the message in the movie Elemental too. I was bawling my eyes out watching that movie. There were so many messages within that movie, and overall, like, we don't be oh my gosh, we don't be thinking about what we actually want, right? And we be moving from our lower two chakras, our root and our sacral chakra. That's also really the fire energy. Your solar plexus is the fire too, right? They think I'm fire, I'm strong, or oh my gosh, it's so much. Okay, pretty much when you're moving from your lower two chakras, you're moving more so from fear. You're stuck down there. You're not really pushing your creativity out, which is actually you using your fire, your solar plexus, your willpower, your knowing who you are, knowing your own freaking power. We stay stuck out of fear of not being loved, out of fear of not having enough money, out of fear of some type of thing. We stay stuck in one way of thinking, one way of being, because we think that's another thing, the projections that people telling us. Oh my god, there's so much stuff. Y'all gotta watch that movie. Y'all haven't watched that movie. Anyway, so once we really like let those go, let the projections go, let the fears go and all that stuff, we really tap into our creativity. We were really able to see our own power, see our freaking beauty in our creations, and really make room for love and expressing ourselves, using our actual voice, like speaking our real truth, and then also connecting with the crown chakra, really receiving the messages, the downloads, the connection to God, our connection to source, our connection to our highest self, because we're then using all of our freaking chakras. And that's another thing too, all four of the elements are within each chakra. That's why they kind of like intertwine. And also knowing when we use all the elements, that's really us once again being really in our God selves, not just one or the other, not just I have to not feel in order for me to be strong. Feeling makes you strong. Feeling and expressing yourself, expressing your creativity, all of that stuff makes you strong as well. Oh my gosh, this movie was beautiful. This trip I'm having with the mushroom spirit right now is a beautiful trip, and there's so, like, I'm just very, very grateful. Yes, that I created this world to live in. Like, we're literally in a world that we created, and it's so crazy because I keep going back and forth. Like, I'm in a really like big integration moment at this life, because I know, like, it's like I go back and forth from human self to higher self, because I know that everything is me, right? But sometimes I still say like, they don't want us to step into our own power and stuff. That's still me. That's the fear. Oh my gosh, here's another realization coming, because everything is me, like I already said. It's so funny because throughout me having that first realization, it's like I keep going through different levels. It's levels of awakening, levels of consciousness. It's really me fully stepping into my God self too, because I know I speak it, but really, like, it's the knowing, like, I know these things because I get the messages from me, but it's really integrating it. Okay, what I'm trying to say is, I say that they don't want us to know, right? But they is still me, us, we. So in reality, we are afraid of our own power, because we say, or I say, they are afraid of what we would do with our power, or they are afraid of us having our own power. But really we are, because what could I do? I could create the world. Like right now I was thinking about bending the water, right? but then I'm like, what are people gonna think? And then I'm also like, what if, like, a part of me is like, what if I could really do it? Like, I know that I can do it. I know that I can do it. But what the heck happens then when I sit here and bend this water out this pool? I won't know until I try. I'm scared. What am I scared of? I'm scared of what will happen if I do it. But why? I'm scared that where the fuck did that cat just come from out? I'm scared of what they will do. They're not gonna do anything. Because I create the world. I create the world. This is just too cool. 11:22. Okay, hold on. Alright, so I've been having this message for a long time, but it makes sense because everybody, like I say, is me, is you. But one strong life that's coming through right now for me, past life, is Yeshua. I have this fear. I've been trying to figure out for a long time, like, why am I so afraid of using my powers, especially when it comes to bending the elements of the earth, because we are the elements of the earth. And I'm thinking about Yeshua. One of the biggest reasons he was crucified, we were bending the elements, literally bending the elements, literally healing people, literally all the way in our God self in human form, our God body, our God self in human form. We were showing people who we are, what we are, and we got crucified. And I'm saying we because you are me. If you ever felt this feeling of being Yeshua in a past life, that's how too is so possible. That we are more than one person with somebody else in a past life, because we're all the same. Before I went on, I started going on this shroom trip. I always ask, like, the shroom spirit to reveal to me the things I need to see, feel, hear, to expand my consciousness, the things that I need to remember that are probably deep in my subconscious. I have this fear of bending the elements because I was crucified for showing people what we can do. I have this fear of stepping into my power for showing people. I have this fear of stepping into my power because I was crucified. And there's many lives I lived as a witch, as so many things that they killed me for, for being who I truly am, what I truly am. But there's literally nothing to be afraid of, because we literally just transform. We just transition. We don't die. We just transition into another state of being, another form of expression on one dimension or another dimension. One reality or another reality. Like the fucking trash can I'm looking at is all energy. Everything is energy. Energy does not die. Everything. Do you know how many things there are on this? This is just one planet. Do y'all get that? This is just one planet. This is just one planet. There's so much out there. There's so much out there. There's so much knowledge. There's so many things to experience. This is just one thing. Do what you want to do. Like, you're gonna live this specific life only once. I know I say this all the time, but do what you want to do. Like, don't hold yourself back for anybody or anything. Oh my gosh, we come here to learn. On planet Earth, we come here to learn and experience so many different things that we don't experience on the other planets. Oh my gosh. There's so much stuff.